What's Gucci with it? Veterans, military, YouTube, back again with another banger. Hey, appreciate y'all strife. Today, we're going to deep dive into IBS, how to get service connected after the new VA schedule of ratings take effect May 19th, 2024. Let's deep dive into it. As always, like the video if you learned anything from it. If you're currently in the VA disability claims process, military transitioning out, let's get it. Share, subscribe, comment down below your personal opinion or your journey in trying to get service connected for this disability. Let's jump into it. So first of all, we got the basic theme for each category for it. So you got 10, 20, and 30% for the new criteria for IBS. All of it is pretty much the same. The only thing that changes per tier is going to be the frequency and severity of the symptomology. So we can look at it, break it down. Abdominal pain related to defecation. What does that mean? You're getting bowel movements prior to hitting them porcelain walls. You got to rush to the toilet. You know, some of us, we may make it. Some of us, you know, we got to get off our motorcycle in the middle of our trip, go onto the side of the road, take the sock off, and get to business because, you know, it's too early for any bathroom to actually be open. But we got to take care of business. That's the true essence of IBS when it comes to this new criteria. And moving on past that, we got the frequency. Is it occurring once every 3 months, 3 times a week, 3 times a month, or is it happening every week? That's going to be the determination as well as contributing factor towards if you're going to get a 10, 20, or 30% under this new VA rating criteria for IBS. And in regards to the current VA rating criteria, it's a lot more specific. However, if you read it a few times, it's a lot easier because, hey, I got a bowel movement, especially me. You know, I drink coffee, definitely got to hit them porcelain walls. But it's a lot better. So you have a bowel movement, you record that. They're only requiring you to record 3 months worth of data, which is a lot better than, you know, the vagueness of the current order. Now, whenever you put it, you know, so you're building that medical evidence, you can get a logbook, digital app. You can put it in your notes, iPhone, Samsung, iPad, whatever you got. Type it in. At the same time, I would contact your primary care provider. If you got a secure messaging option, do that. That's medical evidence that you can then later download off and attach it to your VA disability claim, along with a personal statement, along with a DBQ, hopefully filled out by your doctor, a disability benefits questionnaire. And I would go as far as, if it's your first time claiming, get them to provide you with a nexus letter. It's going to help you a lot more in trying to get service connected, whether you're trying to go the direct service route or secondary basis, or you can be going the presumptive route. Moving on past that. But if you're going for an increase, so if you're already service connected for IBS and you're just trying to get 10 or 20% now that they've scratched the 0% rating criteria for IBS, it's a lot easier to get compensated now if some of y'all are experiencing IBS type issues. Booty hole goblins is the proper definition for it. But let's move on from that. Change in stool frequency, change in stool form. Change in stool frequency is pretty much how often throughout the day are you voiding your bowels in on porcelain walls. That's change in stool frequency. Record this on your phone. We all got phones every day. Hey, and you can either do it daily to your doctor, weekly, bi-weekly. Not sure how you're going to do it, but you need to have a competent medical recording of your change in stool frequency. How often are you running to the bathroom? As well as change in stool form. Is it going from logs to soup? Or is it consistently staying as soup, maybe bits and pieces? Or is it just all logs? Or you might be constipated, whatever the case may be. But you definitely want to record this. Record it down for the week. Report it down to your doctor weekly, daily, bi-weekly. However you got to do it in order to build that sufficient medical evidence. Moving on from that one. Then we got altered stool passage, straining or urgency. Are you forcing it to come out like you're having a bowel movement, but it feels like it doesn't want to come out? Or are you having a bowel movement and it's like it's dripping? It's dripping out. Like you gotta go right now. You gotta hit them porcelain walls right now. You know, you gotta document that. Yeah, it's not, it ain't cute. It ain't no pretty business. But if you try to get service connected for this VA disability, 10, 20, or 30% compensation in your pocket, as well as it'll tap into what? Annual clothing allowance as well. Like, especially if you're at the 30%. If you're at max level for IBS, a lot of veterans don't notice. If you can't make it to the bathroom, you could definitely get the annual clothing allowance to replace your clothing due to that. Check it out, baby. Mucorrhea is pretty much mucus coming out your bowels. So whenever you hit them porcelain walls, you're, defecating. Turn around, look back after you wiped with the toilet paper or the baby wipes, where, how to satisfy your needs. And you see mucus in the strains, you definitely want to record that. That's not normal. Moving on from there. We got abdominal bloating. So pretty much you drink water, you eat coffee, what the hell? You drink coffee, you eat a salad, you're trying to maintain like a healthy lifestyle. Or maybe you're not. And then you eat and you just immediately get this bloating sensation in your abdominal area. You want to record that. That's usually a precursor to bowel movement. You definitely got to stick around the toilet, stick around the vicinity of them porcelain walls, the toilet. You got to get there, get in fast maybe, or get in and, what I'm talking about? And subjective distension is pretty much, you feel that sensation of your abdominal area bloating, but the actual area is not like growing in size. It's pretty much precursor as well to imminent bowel movement, meaning you got to hit the porcelain wall soon. If not, you'll be getting a new pair of pants, new skirt, dress, whatever you got, Gucci belt, whatever the case. It got to be replaced, because it's about to be explosive, just like Dr. Dre said. You know what I'm talking about? But hey, all this medical evidence, the new VA rating criteria, VA rating for IBS, doesn't seem all that difficult to build medical evidence. If you break it down, you got to break it down one by one. Each thing that the VA needs, how can I supply it to the VA? How can I record it? Definitely in your home, as well as with your primary care provider. Like I always say, if you're not working with a VA medical, if you're not in the private world, you're working with a VA medical provider, talk to them. If they're not willing to give you a diagnosis, give you a colonoscopy, give you the proper, things needed in order to diagnose you first with IBS, then move on from treatment. But at the same time, if they're not recording your data, complain about it or switch those doctors. See if you can go the community care route. Yeah, I know the community care route is kind of iffy right now, just due to the high level of nonsense going on with the VA, but it's not impossible. If you're persistent enough, hey, what's one veteran going to community care? Obviously, the VA wants to maintain veterans in their care because they don't want them to leave and get even better care, and then the VA has to pay for it through these community care options. No, you don't want that to happen. They don't want that to happen. But you gotta build the medical evidence necessary, especially if you're currently in the process. Now, if you're currently in the VA disability claims process, it's going to go one of both ways. While you're sitting for a CP exam for IBS, the VA, prior to that change occurring, or if you submit a claim prior to it, like if you already got a claim in right now and you're waiting for a CP exam, and it is deemed that, okay, we're going to service connect this veteran, they're going to cross-reference you between the old criteria and the new criteria. Supposed to do that, and they're supposed to give you the higher of the ratings. Only if you submit it now. After the 19th, all veterans who submit for IBS will only be rated against the new criteria. The only ones that have an opportunity, and possibly you can do a higher level review if the VA tries to lowball you with that 0% non-compensatable. You can always take it to higher level review if your medical evidence supports. Don't think that, hey, I'm a vet, I got medical evidence, it should be good. No, you should take out the shoulds. You want to do risk mitigation whenever you put in your claim. Like, okay, I want to make it impossible for the VA to deny me for this. At the same time, I want to make sure I get the highest VA rating possible in order to get the most VA compensation in my pocket. That should be the goal of every veteran. But hey, who am I? I'm just a veteran on here, talk a little ish, you know, educating veterans along the way. But if you find the video educating and exciting, let your boy know down in the comments. If you're currently in the VA disability claims process, let me know what medical evidence have you supplied pertaining to IBS specifically, and or any of the digestive systems that the VA will be changing effective May 19th, 2024 in about 3 weeks. But until next time, you know fucking time. This is Debo out. Y'all stay Gucci with it. IBS gang up. Porcelain walls down. You know what I'm talking about.